But anyway, Rob Parker, the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, obviously they beat the Tennessee Titans 35-24. And I think Patrick Mahomes, I've said it. You've jumped on me because of it. I put it out there on Instagram. I've put it out there on the radio airwaves. I put it out there on television. Patrick Mahomes has the chance to one day become the GOAT. He's certainly not there now. There's no question about that. It'd be stupid to say he's there now. But and it's early, of course. But there are a few players in each sport where even early in their careers, Mike Trout, he could be in the conversation for the GOAT. When LeBron James early in his career started, we all said he could be in the conversation for the GOAT. You only had to see a few years. Some people were saying it even before that. And Patrick Mahomes, after just a few seasons, is a guy that has the potential. He has the ability. He's in the right situation where if he can win, he could lay claim or challenge Tom Brady, Joe Montana for GOAT status. And I think he proved on Sunday when he threw for 294 yards, completed 23 of 35 passes, 3 touchdowns, no picks, that he is the best quarterback in the NFL. And here's the biggest thing, the craziest thing. His best play, for all the great passes he threw, his most impressive play was a run.
Mahomes moving to his left laterally, chased, holding it, and gets out of bounds and up the sideline. He's not out of bounds yet. He's at the 10. Inside the 10, he dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A remarkable acrobatic scramble on a 27-yard run. Maybe the best play yet of Patrick Mahomes' incredible young career.
He's not Lamar Jackson on the ground, but he can run the football better than most quarterbacks, no question about that. And Rob, like I said, he's got to finish it off. Got to finish it off. They're playing a great San Francisco team, as they showed by smashing the Green Bay Packers. So he's going to have his hands full. But if he finishes it off, this is the beginning. And I've said it, a Jordanesque career. He's not Michael Jordan yet. Of course not. But if you look at the way Jordan started, and this is why I use that term Jordanesque, because Michael Jordan entered the league and was doing things on a consistent basis that we had never seen before. And Michael Jordan, it was clear to us from the beginning that for him, 30 points a game was like an all-star scoring 20 or 22 points a game. It was his baseline. Entered the league averaging 28 as a rookie. Then 30 points for several years after that. So Patrick Mahomes has come into the league and done things consistently that we haven't seen before. And that's why, again, I say he's off to a Jordanesque start. Remember, Jordan didn't even win it until his 7th year. And so he could get started a lot earlier than Michael if he can finish this thing off in 2 weeks.
As usual, Chris Broussard is the biggest prisoner of the moment, always overstating what we're watching and making it.
I'm a prisoner of the moment. Need we go back to 2012?
Wait a minute. Can we just let
I'm just saying,
I just gave you 10 minutes.
Of the moment.
I gave you 10 minutes, right?
He was great.
Okay.
He had 11 touchdowns in 4 playoff games.
I'm not here to poo-poo.
But I'm a prisoner of the moment.
I'm not here to poo. Yeah, when you start talking about
4 quarters, it's 4 games.
When you're talking about I'm talking about prisoner of the moment. When you're talking about he could be the GOAT when he hasn't even won a Super Bowl yet.
Could be.
Here's the other thing.
I ain't say he is.
Here's the other thing. You said it about Dak Prescott after the first 3 games.
What'd I say?
When he piled up numbers that he was headed to elite.
Okay.
He didn't even make the Pro Bowl this year. No, but you said he was elite off of 3 games against bad teams.
Are we talking about Dak or are we talking about Mahomes?
I'm trying to give you the way that you operate. Lamar Jackson was all the rage. You claimed he was going to be unanimous unanimous
Could be,
MVP,
should be. Said should be.
and then all they had to do was look at some of the voters who didn't even have him on their ballot.
Have you seen the ballot yet?
You think he's going to be unanimous still?
I
yes
think
or
he
no?
should be.
No,
I
I'm
said
asking you.
should be.
Do you think he will be?
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know what the voters will say.
And
I said should
in
be,
this case, as good as Patrick Mahomes is, and I'm not here to bash him because of what he was able to do and get to the
Unbashable.
Super Bowl for the first time in 50 years, that franchise. Tip of my cap to him. He's a hell of a player. But this is all premature. He did it against two of the worst defensive teams. The Titans were 21st all in the NFL this year, and the Texans were 28th. So he hasn't those two teams, I expect at home for you to put up those kind of numbers against those kind of defenses. Now, San Francisco second. If this guy does this against San Francisco and wins the Super Bowl, Chris, I will gladly join in on your conversation. But before that, it's totally premature. It's overdone, overcooked, oversold. He's a tremendous quarterback, but stop trying to crown people before they've won anything. If
What-
he
how am I
loses,
crowning him?
if he
What's the
loses,
crown?
the idea to even mention him as GOAT. Can I give you say we never seen
Mention
this?
him as GOAT.
No, man, let me say this.
Potentially.
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
You say, we've never seen this. Yes, we did.
From who?
His name was Dan Marino in his second year. He had 50 touchdowns. He went to the Super Bowl. And you know what happened? He lost and never got there again. That was the guy, Dan Marino. So for you to say that we've never seen this is false. Go look at his numbers, Dan Marino, when he came out of the gate. He was a hell of a quarterback. Everybody thought he was going to win. He never won. That's all I'm saying. We've seen this stuff. Stop making it like everything is brand new. Oh, Patrick Mahomes, we never seen anything like it. It's not true, Chris. It's false.
Okay, then let me read a few stats for you since we see this.
Did Dan Marino go to the? Did he go to the Super Bowl second
since we
year?
see this so much, only two players in the 100-year history of the NFL have 250-plus passing yards, 3+ passing TDs, 50+ yards rushing in multiple career playoff games. Patrick Mahomes.
So somebody else did it.
Can I finish? Yeah, Joe Montana. I didn't mention Dan Marino.
But somebody did it.
Yeah,
is my point.
you know who
25
else did it?
years
The guy
ago.
that you claim is the GOAT.
But 25 years ago,
The guy
so
that you
said
claim is the GOAT.
You said he's doing something we never seen before. That was out of your mouth. You just mentioned Joe Montana, who I say is the GOAT. So somebody did it 25 years ago. It ain't new.
Did he run? Did Montana run like him? Did Montana run like him?
Obviously, because if you gave that stat, Montana was involved.
John, did Jordan do things we never seen before, Rob?
I'm not talking about Michael Jordan.
No, you brought up Dak Prescott. Answer my question.
I don't know.
Did Michael Jordan do things we never seen before?
I don't know if I could say never.
It's a figure of speech. Dr. J did some things Jordan capitalized on. He took it to another level. That's what Patrick Mahomes is doing.
I'm just saying you're premature.
There's only
That's
so many
all.
ways to throw a football. Of course somebody's done it before. There's only so many ways to run a football. Of course somebody's done it before. But you can't combat the argument. So now you want to take everything ultra literally? You can only throw it so many ways. You can only run it so many ways. But this dude is magical.
If you told me, Chris, that he was the only guy who ever did that, then I could buy into it. If you told me he was the only quarterback who went to the Super Bowl in his second year, I could buy that. But all of those things are struck down because other guys have done it. All I'm saying is stop being premature with telling people how great people are.
Stop calling me premature because I don't want to run the tape from 2012 when you said Tom Brady would never make another Super Bowl. How premature was that?
Are we talking about Tom Brady or are we talking
I'm
about
just
Mahomes?
saying,
We're talking about Mahomes. Stick to your guy who you said could be the GOAT. He ain't even if he loses the Super Bowl, I want to hear you say the same thing.
I will.
That he's going to be the GOAT.
No,
okay.
First of all, don't. If you're gonna be
said he
critical
could be the
of what I
GOAT.
said, no, I said he could be. And there are guys. If you just watch the game, there are guys you look at and say he potentially. There are people now saying that about Giannis. in the NBA.
I ain't buying that.
He could potentially
when he
the
wins 6
best player
championships,
ever.
let me know about Giannis.
And it's not just
premature.
championships. It's not just the number of championships you win. But there are guys with certain ability that you can watch them early on their careers. Heck, people were saying that about LeBron James before he even got to the NBA because you watch the game and you see the talent. That's all I'm saying. Never said he is the GOAT. Never said he definitely will be the GOAT. Said he has that potential. And there's only a handful of people every generation or so that you say that about. And Pat Mahomes is one of them. But let's see what you guys say. Let's start with Andre in Massachusetts. Andre, you're on with the Odd Couple.
Yes, thanks for taking my call. I got to agree with Rob on this, Detroit Rock City. The coronation for Patty Mahomes, boy, it has to stop. Has to stop right now.
What coronation?
The coronation being this all-time, the greatest of all time is way out of bounds.
Well, yeah.
And then
who
this
said
season,
that?
folks, this season, listen, he plays in the AFC Least. He didn't even have to play
So
against
did
the
Tom
Ravens.
Brady.
Yeah, sure. But the 49ers defense, my overarching point is real. 85 Bears, 86 Giants, 2001 Ravens. This defense with Nick Bosa and Sherman and them boys, okay, they could put Patty Mahomes in that same corner with Aaron Rodgers. He can go from, everyone hailing him, okay, to, he has to do it against the real competition, which is the 49ers. Then we can start putting all this praise and adulation on him. And, by the way, Andy Reid, who was without a Super Bowl. I'm happy they're there, but they haven't done anything yet.
No, that's my argument. He's a great player. I'm not saying he's not a great player and has tremendous potential. I don't want anybody to think that I don't think Patrick Mahomes is a big-time star.
GOAT potential?
I'm just not there yet. No, I'm not. I'm just not there yet.
So you can't just look at a guy
Nope.
and
I gotta
see the ability and the accomplishments to this point and say he's got the potential. That's all I'm saying. Potential.
I'll say this to you. Perfect example is his coach, Andy Reid,
Right.
who's had a lot of success in the NFL, but still hasn't won a championship. Nobody would ever say that Andy Reid's the greatest coach in the NFL,
No.
despite all his success.
No.
But
I wouldn't compare it.
But I'm just saying, look
he's
how
a better player than Andy Reid
Okay,
as a coach.
but look how long it's been, and Andy Reid couldn't even win a Super Bowl yet.
Right.
I'm just saying it ain't that easy.
I agree he has
It
to
ain't that
win
easy.
for this to, to complete the
Let's-
story.
let's
Let's go
do-
to
go
Dwayne
ahead.
in St. Pete. Dwayne, you're on with Chris and Rob.
We lost. Did we? No, go ahead.
Dwayne in St. Pete, go ahead.
Hey, yeah, on the Mahomes subject, but Rob Parker, you trying to throw shade because you see what's going on. You see that he's trending to be better than your guy, Aaron Rodgers.
Can he win a Super Bowl first, Dwayne?
And you hoping,
just
you
win a Super
hoping
Bowl.
and praying. You hoping and praying San Fran win.
Dwayne, the one thing you don't know is you don't know what I'm praying for. You don't know what my dreams are. So you can
I'm
go
not
ahead.
meaning it like that.
You can say it like that. I'm not hoping
I'm not
anything.
meaning it
I'm
like
not
that.
hoping anything. So if he wins the Super Bowl, I'll be happy for him. If he loses
You're
the
gonna have
Super
to
Bowl,
say he's the best thrower you ever seen.
if he loses the Super Bowl, then we'll see what happens. That's all.
All right, let's go to Jacob in New Mexico. Jacob, you're on with the Odd Couple.
What's up, fellas?
What's happening, man?
Hey, appreciate you guys, man. But Chris Broussard, stop it, man. Rob's got you again, man.
Stop
All
what?
the time. You're already crowning a guy, and
Did I crown him? How did I crown him? What crown did I put on his head?
Because you could say that about anybody. We're
Really?
gonna say
No,
it
I
about
couldn't.
Joe Burrow. We're gonna say it
Oh
about
no,
Joe Burrow.
I wouldn't say that
You
about
said
Joe
about
Burrow.
Robert Griffin. All these
Robert
guys have
Griffin.
potential
No,
to
they're
be
not
like
doing. Robert Griffin didn't win a playoff game.
After his first year, though, people were crazy about RG3. He was the offensive rookie of the year. He was unbelievable. He won 8 straight games with the Redskins, got him in the playoffs.
This is the first quarterback I've said that has the potential.
Everybody was crazy about
to be
Lamar
the GOAT.
Jackson until he
And
lost
he's
in the
done
first
it-
round.
He's done it far longer already than
But let
RG3
him win
did.
Let him play his career before we're already going to say this about this
Well, that's
guy,
what
man.
our job is. If you know the game, sometimes you don't have to wait to see 12 years of it.
You don't have to wait
Yeah,
12
you
years,
do.
bro.
That's
I just
how
want
you
him.
become a
GOAT.
I just want him to win. Can he win a Super Bowl, and then I could focus in on that. That's all. Thanks, Jacob. How about Bruce in Jacksonville? You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
What's going on, fellas? Long-time listener. Appreciate all y'all do.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Bruce.
brother.
Yeah, no doubt. Just want to say, I don't think that there's going to be nobody who's going to be the GOAT because that's Brady. And the way the system is designed in the NFL, nobody's going to be able to maintain long-term success in terms of keeping teams together and putting up all the numbers over an extended period of time. It's just not going to happen. So
But
with
why?
that, nobody's going to be able to do the GOAT.
I don't think that's true. I mean, Brady's playing in this era. Brady's in the same era where players move. He's lost a ton of wide receivers and skill position players.
We've never seen a team or an organization that could keep players that could keep a team rolling and having continuous success like New England does.
Right.
So I don't see anyone having the long-term success to be able to become the GOAT. Thanks, guys.
I wouldn't say that
Appreciate it,
Mahomes
Bruce.
will have a 20-year run like Brady. But if you can get more done in less. Now, I don't think he has to. In my book, he doesn't have to win 6. If he goes 4-0, 5-0, 5-1, but it's how you do it. If his numbers are way better than Brady's, even in comparison to the rest of the league, and he's got a bunch of championships, then you're in the discussion.
John in Texas, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, John?
How's it going, y'all?
What's
Great.
up, man?
Favorite sports show. You're
Thank
talking
you.
about
Thank
the
you,
Patrick Mahomes and how he's been successful the past 2 years. MVP last year, 5,000 yards, threw for 4,000 yards this year, missed 2 games. But to me, that does not matter. You can throw for 37 touchdowns for 3 picks. If you don't win a Super Bowl, it does not matter. They did not play the 49ers this season, so he doesn't know how to play against both Matt Breida, George Kittle, Raheem Mostert, all these triple threat guys. They're going to have a hard time since they haven't played against them this year at all.
It'll be interesting. If he could beat this talented defensive team, then it'll be a notch in he'll get a feather in his cap, Chris,
Without
big time.
question.
I mean,
Without
there's no
question.
doubt. This team he's going to face is as good as anybody defensively. So if he wins this Super Bowl, then we can take a look at it. If he gets pummeled and beat up like everybody else and loses, that doesn't mean he's a bum. It doesn't.
Well,
it just
and-
means
and-
that he faced a really good team and he didn't win this time.
Look, the 49ers are great, but let's not make them out like they're unbeatable. They were 13-3. They could have been. They were a inches from being the 5th seed. Now, granted, they still would have had a good record, but inches from being the 5th seed.
Yeah, but their defense
so
is second. Their
unbeatable.
defense is second in the league.
Right, it's a
I
great
agree with
defense,
that.
But Seattle had success against it. Other teams had success
I'm
against
not
it.
saying that, but
So
I'm
it's
just
not
saying
like they can't be scored. They got the Packers' number. The Packers are a finesse team. San Francisco's a tough physical team, and they can't match up with them. We saw that in the 2 games. Matchups are a big part of this.
But also, Mahomes might have a good game and play well, but also Kansas City's defense can be suspect. What if the defense gives it up? It's not, you know what I mean?
Right.
He can still play well and not win.
Right.
Yeah.
And if he does, just like I said about Rodgers going into the weekend, if you have a great game individually and you lose, I'm not going to put that on you if the defense just gives up tons of points. What's happening, y'all? It's Chris Broussard.
I'm Rob Parker.
And we are
The Odd Couple. Check us out as often as you can on YouTube.
And always remember, I'm Oscar and he's Felix.
Oh, man. Are you serious?